Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are all doing good. I am worn out, you guys. This whole moving thing, oh my gosh, this moving thing is ridiculous. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing good. Today is the beginning of day 3 of my ridiculous sales, and I've just come to the conclusion that I'm just going to have to just be kind to myself and gentle with myself and do what I can do, and what I can't do, I just can't. It is too much. Hi, Deb. How are you, girl? How are you? It is only 10:30 in the morning here, and I got up early, but I've had a lot. Hey, Luz, how are you? So I'm still having my only cup of coffee today so far. So I hope you guys are good. What's going on? Tell me what's going on with you, Deb. Tell me what's going on with you, Luz. How are you? How did I do all that? You know what? I think I'll just try to think about what I'm going to be. Hi, Carla. Hi, Linda. It is Aloha Saturday. You know what? I got up super early and I had a bunch of stuff I had to do, and I thought I'd get on before now, but it just didn't lend itself to that. So I'm here when I am. So it is what it is. At this point, I'm just doing the best I can. I am going through all my treasures. The past 2 days have helped me get rid of a lot of it. So that's awesome. It's all good with your family. Oh, awesome. The past 2 days have helped me get rid of a lot of it. Some of it. I have a crazy amount of fabric that I have to figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do that, which has not been, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. But today I have like some dyes. I have some music books. I have a few Nat Geos, a few you're cleaning and watching. Oh, good. Girl, you want to just come to my house? Cleaning to move out away from a place you've lived, or like I haven't lived in this particular house. I've only lived in this house since March, but I have lived in Hawaii 13 years. And yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. Hey, Marilyn, how are you, girl? What are you guys working on art-wise? I would love to hear what you're working on art-wise. I would love to hear what you're working on art-wise. I have so many projects. That's the thing. That's the other thing. Okay. Not just like letting go of my things, which is crazy, but how about all those unfinished projects? You guys totally know what I mean, right? All the unfinished projects that you have. 49 years? You lived in New York 49 years before you moved to Pennsylvania? Oh. Well, I appreciate all your love and prayers, you guys. It's been a trip, that's for sure. It has been a real trip. You're working on a few journals for Defy. Oh, Luz, you're so sweet. So for any of you guys that are new or haven't heard my spiel the past few days, Defy is doing a journal auction in December, and I've certainly got quite a few of my unfinished or naked journals that I'm going to send to them. And so if anybody has some, you started your Christmas cards already, Carla? Oh my gosh. Carla, you make incredibly beautiful cards, I have to say. I'm the proud recipient of a few, and I have them, and they're gorgeous. I love, love, love them. So if anybody wants to send any journals to Defy, I'm going to put that email and I'm going to put that address. Let me look it up really quick. Let's see if I can find it. Let me see. I'm going to put the Disabled Artist Foundation. I'm going to put their address in the chat, and go on over and see if oh, please craft along. Go on over and see if there's anything that interests you. I know they do have a little bit of shop for, but if you want to donate any of your extra cool pieces or things that, like, I don't know, I have like so many journals and different things I've made that I sent to them. Oh no, I mean it, Carla. I mean, I love your. Are you kidding? I remember when I think the first card you sent me was I don't know if it was a birthday card or it was, but I love it. Hi, Erin. How are you, girl? What's going on? What is going on in Puerto Rico? Are you in Puerto Rico? Or my kids were in Puerto Rico for a little while. They lived there for a little bit. My daughter loved it. She said it was like the closest to living between Hawaii and New York. And you guys, I don't know how to fix my camera today. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't have an you guys know my computer saga. I know you live in Wisconsin, but you're from Puerto Rico, or you're Puerto Rican. My best friend is Puerto Rican. She lives in New York, in the Bronx, and she told me I can be she told me that I've learned how to make lots of Puerto Rican food from her. She's amazing, such an amazing cook. You've been sick. Oh no. Well, you'll understand this. So for Christmas and for Thanksgiving and for holidays, I make betanil, Puerto Rican style betanil. My kids, if I don't make it, they get super upset. So that's what comes when you lived in New York City for a long time. You get that beautiful Puerto Rican influence in your life, and it's awesome. Well, today I have some music books. I have some nachios. I have some, I don't know if I brought the books in. And I have like random, just like the most random possible randomness of stuff. I don't know. I think Puerto Rican food is like, for me, comfort food. It's like super comfort food. I don't know. I guess we all have our, I'm originally from Texas. So, and my grandparents, like, I don't know. My grandmother is an amazing, both my grandmothers, my mother's mother and my father's mother, were amazing cooks. And one of them lived closer to Louisiana, so she had a lot of Cajun influence in her cooking. But when you come from the South, like, I know some people don't consider Texas the South, but it's the southernmost state ever. Yes, you're hungry now. You just cook comfort food, cornbread, and I don't know. My grandmother, it depended upon like all kinds of barbecues and all kinds of gravies and fried things and homemade rolls, that kind of thing. So you're hungry now. So tell me, so you're making journals and Carla's making Christmas cards. Deb, what are you working on? And all you lurkers, say hey, just say hello. I'm hungry now too. I didn't eat anything this morning. I had a cup of coffee, and guys, I'm just trying to wade through all my stuff, like making sure that I go through everything that I have. What's the weather like in my new town? I don't know. Let's look it up. For those of you that don't know, I'm moving to Asheville, North Carolina. They have 4 seasons there. I know, it's really beautiful. We're missing probably the most beautiful time of the year right now because it's the where all the leaves change. Let's see. It says right now it's 53 degrees. Is that right? It's 53 degrees today. And 82% humidity. It looks like it's in October. It looks like it averages, the highs are in the high 60s and the lows are in the 40s. And in November, the highs are in the high 50s and the lows are in the 30s. In December, it looks like from 50 to 30. So it'll be a tremendous change for me. That is for sure. I'm working on homemade envelopes for Defy. Oh, that's awesome. Embellishments for your journal. Oh, that sounds so great. What about you, Marilyn? What are you working on? Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever gave me the thumbs up. It is going to be cold. You guys, I have no winter clothes. Zero. Zip nada. No winter clothes at all. None whatsoever. I have no winter clothes. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. No winter clothes at all. Yeah, Deb, what kind of embellishments are you making? What kind of embellishments are you making, girl? I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to see if I can put this in my little Facebook group. You guys, I'm going to as soon as I move from here, I'm overhauling our Facebook group. And we're going to do monthly challenges and do some fun stuff. I'm like ready. How many of you guys find yourself like when you're in like a job that just, some jobs just usurp your whole self? That is how it's been for me today. It has been like crazy. We're like all of my um it's just been insane. It's like the jobs that I don't, I guess it's all in what you're willing to accept or share or whatever. Um, it's been insane. It's been like where I have just been doing, you get so caught up in it that you don't even like you put your life on the on the side or something. I mean, does that make sense? It's like, every day being a paramedic than a nurse. It's just I tend to gravitate to those types of jobs, and honestly, they are like too much. Um, they're just too much, and so your whole life gets sucked into it. You totally get it. So I decided when I leave here, I am not going to take that kind of work anymore. I am gonna. You're a physician's assistant, and you feel that way. I'm just not going to do it anymore. I realized for myself that it's just like sucked the life out of me. Well, look, I have to say, I don't get sick very often, knock on wood, knock on my head. I don't get sick very often, but when I do, I really I appreciate you. So, but I decided I am not going to go back to it. It was just sucking the life out of me, and why I thought I needed to do it. And the last job I had, you guys, they had to hire 3 people to do my job when I left. I quit like two weeks ago. They had to hire 3 people to do the job one I was doing. So I was thinking to myself, "Well, would I have stayed? What would it have taken for me to stay?" And I was paid fairly well. I wasn't paid like what my normal pay rate is, but I didn't know what it would be like with how, with the pandemic and jobs and what have you. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not doing it. I was a I was a project manager for a big construction project, and can I tell you, it was like stress on steroids. It was beyond me. I would leave my house before 7 in the morning, and I would get home after 7 at night, and it was nonstop. Like it didn't get. I mean, like I'd run to the bathroom to hide to have time for myself. I mean, how many of you guys? How ridiculous is that, right? You run to the bathroom to have time for yourself. It was just so stupid. So and I think more and more as I'm like, this is going to sound so stupid, but as I'm going through like my cool crafting supplies, right? And I'm like looking at what I had, why I had collected them, because what I'm letting go of is my stuff. I never got any of these supplies as a possible like thought to resell them or anything like that. I got them to use them. So I'm like going through my supplies and I'm like, oh, I got these to do this. All the ideas that I had or all the things I wanted to to do. I just let this job that I had just suck out all the time that I had. So I was exhausted. Come here. Guys, my little dog is blind. Come here. And she is like, what? She has to sit by me. It's so ridiculous. I don't know if she always was like this, but she's really like it now come here, since I've so this is Charlie. I'll show you guys Charlie, and then I'm going to put her in my chair behind me. Like, this is Charlie. She's teeny weeny. I don't know if she'll live. Say hi, Charlie. She doesn't like my table. Say hi. Say hi, Petey. So she's going to sit behind me. And poor Charlie. She likes to sit on my lap, or she has to be sitting right next to me at all times. And we laugh about it. It's like, I've never had a dog like that. I've never had a dog that's been so needy. It isn't worth it, Carla. And you know what I realized? I like sacrifice. And look, I know we all need a way to make a living. I'm not saying I'm not going to go back to do some. Obviously, I have to go do something. Not. I don't have. I'm not eligible for retirement yet, or I'm not ready to retire. But I'm going to think really carefully on where I put my time going forward. And I have a daughter that's a freshman in high school, so I only have 4 more years with her until she's off to do her life. And so I'm going to try and focus on whatever job or work or thing I decide to do, um, make it focused on spending as much time with her as not. It's not worth it. You're so right. I don't have that. You guys, our little dog, she's so blind. She was a rescue. I did not realize how blind she was until we moved to this house. She was so used to that other house, she could navigate it with, like you do, like a person with a cane. But with this house, it's funny. A paramedic 20 is 24 on and 48 off, but you sleep on those 48 off. I know, right? So then you don't have any time to do anything else. Anyway, it's been eye-opening. Leaving my job was eye-opening. Leaving my job, having the time off in the pandemic, I should have done more. I mean, I did organize and throw out and go through, and I probably should have crafted more and done stuff like that. But really, I spent most of my time dealing with my daughter's schooling, her online schooling, which can I tell you, if your child has any sort of learning differences, it was such a challenge. I mean, we ended up doing fine, but I was just like, it was a lot. Um, and then now faced with jumping back into a really stressful job after the pandemic. Well, the pandemic is obviously still going on, but when we returned to work here, or were able to return to work here, I have to tell you, it was so moving forward. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. But I'm definitely not going to do what I did before. I'm going to try to learn from that. I'm going to try to learn from that. So that's my 411. That's my big epiphany. Not that it's a large epiphany. I think we all have it, but it was an epiphany for me. Okay, it was an epiphany for me. So I don't know. I have books. I have random stuff. I have music paper. I have different things like that. Is what I'm gonna do today. I do have some dies. I may do those in a little bit. And please feel free to collect something if you add something to your stash if you want, and if you don't, do not feel bad. Do not feel bad. It's the dog thinks you brought her something. My sweetheart brought me a sandwich. He brought me an McGriddle. It's bad for you, but I like them. Anyway, here, give it here. Who's it from?
I don't know. This term. Yeah, mark it. It could be real.
I don't know. Did you guys feed the dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's the only reason why I'm asking.
She's in your chair.
She is in my chair. Here you go, Blake. You can have it. It's like a $10 gift card from Costco. It's so bizarre. So, but please feel like I don't want you to think that anybody that comes, because I know my lovely friend Jamie yesterday. I don't want anybody to feel like you have to get something for me, because know that whatever I don't let go of here, we'll find a home. It's not gonna be like it's not gonna be. I've made a commitment to not putting it in a landfill, but I am definitely. I'm definitely going to. It'll find homes. Is my point. I have so much music, you guys. I don't know when, and where I collected it, but I collected a lot of music. Isn't that crazy? It's like, what was I thinking? I was like going. I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. Okay, so the first thing we're going to put up is this book. It's called The Fine American Cookbook, and it is $1. Charlie is such a sweetheart. A sandwich, I know, right? Guys, I shipped my a lot of my cookware because I cook every day. So I don't know how many of you guys like how many of you guys cook? I cook every day. So lot 1 is the Fine American Cookbook 2. It's kind of cool because it's got those. It'll be easy to come out if you want to use it as junk journal pieces, and that's what I got it for. And it does have some nice illustrations in it. So I don't know if you can see the illustrations very well, but it has nice illustrations. So isn't that cool? That says it's an Egyptian sculpture, and look, really cool illustrations. And it's $1 for the first me. So that is what, oh, look at those. Those are really cool. Oh, this one's nice too. So they have nice paintings and cookbook info. This is going to teach you how to make some lemon bars, Danish cinnamon sticks. Ooh. All kinds of stuff. So tell me what's going on with all of you guys. Tell me what's going on with all you guys. And I may not stay on long today because I still have to ship out everything that everybody's gotten in the past 2 days. And then I may return tomorrow, or it just depends upon how much I get done today. And if not, I definitely will next week, just a couple hours a day. So how many pages does this cookbook have in it? It has, oh, that's a nice piece. These would really make some nice tags too. It has 146 pages. Now realize, you guys, I didn't get these to use them for recipes. I got them to use them in junk journaling fodder. Some of these pictures are so cool. Oh my gosh, look at this drawing. It's from Damier. Look at that drawing. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh, Posting International. So somebody messaged me yesterday and I gave them, like, they wanted some stamps that I had, and it didn't even weigh that much. But just to mail it to them, it was like $14. I was like, that's crazy. Oh, Carla, don't you even think about it. Girl, I know you just moved. Did you ever get all of your stuff? Did you ever finally get all of your stuff from, did you move all of your stuff successfully from England? I'm going to put these on the floor. Did you move all your stuff from England? The post office has gone up. It's been insane. It has been crazy insane on my bag of Post-it notes. So I know this is like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, how do you think mail order is going to survive? I don't know how mail order is possibly going to survive. Do you guys know? I don't. Every single thing in your craft room you got? Oh, that's so awesome. Mine is definitely, I'm taking so little. It's crazy. Okay, no takers for our cookbook. Realize anything that I don't sell, I'm going to send directly to the Disabled Artists Foundation. So do not feel bad. You donated a lot, but not your crafty stuff. Girl, I've donated so much stuff. It's crazy. Okay, do lot 2, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for lot 2. I have a pile of stuff here. It's like, I don't know. I have a pile of stuff here. So lot 2 will be a magazine from Lisa Yam's World, and I'll show you what it is. It's so cool. It is all Chinese. It's a magazine of all Chinese recipes. It is so, and Chinese advertisements, and it is so cool. And it's, isn't that cool? And it has, like, look, this is like a crafting pattern in Chinese. So what I do with them is I take them apart and put them in my junk journals, or make tags with them. What did you do? You had a lorry with 150 books plus some furniture. What? And you paid less than $2,000? Oh, girl. Just for me to send, I think it was this small, it was something so small. Say it was like it was like small. I'm gonna say like the like 2 feet or 3 feet by 3 feet, by 8 feet high. It was $5,000. So that's why we're not taking much. That is why we're not taking much. And it only took you 3. Hi, Bo. It only took you 3 days. Wow. No, from here it was okay. So if I put my stuff on like, we're shipping our cars out on Monday, it is going to take almost a month to get there, and it's costing about $2,500 per car. Isn't that crazy? $2,500 per car. But to replace my car where we would be going is a lot more expensive. It's like crazy. What are you up to today, Miss Vo? You guys, I loved these. I coveted these. I don't know how many of them I have anymore because I used a lot of them. Bye, Deb. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Enjoy your time crafting. I will look forward to seeing you once I move, girl. You didn't bring your car. You didn't bring your car. We drive on the other side here in Portugal. Oh, so you didn't take your car from England is what you're saying? You made burgers for lunch and you're playing games? Okay, that's good. All right, so no takers for lot 2. Let's see what I have for lot 3. Okay, for lot 3, I have this random, it's a random bag of stuff. So lot 3, this is all elastic that you use to bind if you wanted to use for closures for junk journals. There's like, I don't know, a bunch of it. I'll hold it up so you can see it. You sold it there? Oh, that's awesome. So you can see this is all like elastic for junk journals. This is cloth cord, but it's stretchy. And then this is a metallic one. I don't know if you can see it very well. Let's see. Maybe you can see it better down here. My lighting's not very good today. Let me see if I can move the light. Here, this might be better. So it's all this elastic. See, this one's not even on it. So you can see it's like stretchy elastic closures. And then this is a Tim Holtz, like you can put your tape on it, and like a tape dispenser. These are like random little clips for, like, you can clip them on a page. They're like, you clip them over a page. They're all different. Like this one these are like, they have butterflies, hearts, moons. One says hello. They're just like a whole bottle of them, little clips. And then 4 itty bitty staplers and a couple of bullnose clips. And we'll do lot 3, and it'll be for $3. Yeah, it's been this whole thing has been just an eye-opening experience as far as like, how you spend your time, what you do, what you find worth doing, that sort of thing. So it's been really eye-opening for me, and I'm just not going to go back and do it again. I don't think I am going to go back and stress myself out like I had before. It had been super, working long, high pressured hours. I'm not going to do it again. Are you guys all planning and doing Halloween stuff? I have decided not to. And you can ask my sweet daughter Violet how stressful Halloween is here. People, I don't know, like where we live right now, I imagine we would have hundreds of people for Halloween. And I have not gone to buy candy or done any of it. Have not gone to buy candy or done any of it. It gets super stressful. The whole candy thing and how many people and what they do and all that. It's just too much sometimes, yeah? Yeah, if I could have sold my cars here and gotten one equally there, I would have done it. But it was like my car there, it was ridiculous. And I don't have a new car. I've had my car for a long time, since 2015. So to buy the same car I have here or there would have been about $12,000 or $13,000, and I've already paid it off. Hi, Angie. I'm good. I'm just in the middle of packing up my house and moving. Hopefully, in the next, we'd like to be out. We would have liked to have been out by this weekend, but that just wasn't happening. So I think our goal is to be out of here by the 15th. That's our goal. It doesn't mean it will happen, but it's our goal. You want to buy a car now, but there's a few months waiting list. What's going on with car sales? Like, I really don't understand like the whole thing. Like, what's going on? Like I even trying to buy the car that I have currently, the year car that I have, and all the stuff with it. It would be, it would cost me. My car's paid off. It would cost me like 11 or 12 thousand dollars to rebuy the same car that I have with the same exact mileage I have on it, same year, same everything, and it was just wasn't worth it. They can't get computer chips. Oh, that's good to know, Roses. I had no idea. They can't get computer chips for new cars. We did. We bought a house in Asheville, North Carolina, Angela. I forget where you live. Tell me where you live. You think there's a shortage in electronic chips? Oh, wow. I had no idea. None whatsoever. Nebraska. Have the leaves changed? Is it like super fall there right now? You just bought a used Mercury van? Thanks, Marilyn. I'm happy for me too. You guys, I'm over the moon for me. I am over the moon for me. It has been a long time coming. Oh, thanks, Luz. Well, if nobody wants to buy anything, which doesn't bother me at all, can I tell you? I wanted. I know that Saturdays are a day everybody has sales. If nobody's going to buy anything, why don't we just craft together for a little bit? Because I haven't crafted in so long. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy. Bye, Carla. Love you, girl. Thanks for sharing my link, Luz. I'm gonna go grab my collage book. I found it because, girls, I'm packing up my stuff and taking it with me. I just gotta find a glue stick. Maybe we can sit and craft together for a little bit. Just that would make me feel way better than anything. So I'll be right back. If anybody comes in, just say she just wants to get her collage book. We can craft together. glue stick. Yay, I found my books. Just don't have to find a glue stick, though. That's the only problem. I have to find a glue stick. So, you guys know how much we haven't seen this book in a while. You know how much I love working in it. So I found a few of my books that I'm going to take with me. And this is definitely one of them. You guys have worked in this book with me for I don't know how long. Love this book. Oh, brought me a pair of scissors and I need glue sticks. And he brought me glue sticks. That's when you know you got a man that loves you. He brought me glue sticks. Leave the whole pack there. Brought me glue sticks and so I am going to, and if maybe later on people want to, you haven't crafted for over a year and you're currently organizing your supplies, I'm trying to get used to having one eye. What happened? What happened to your eye, Rose? Oh, you get cataract surgery. Ooh. Girl, I had a friend and I love her so much. And she just recently, she thought she was totally blind and she went and had cataract surgery and now she's got better vision than she's had in years. And she said if she'd known it, she would have done it eons ago. So, no, don't, Linda. What? You want to buy some things? Well, I might show some more things in a little bit, but you guys, quite frankly, I'm a little stressed out. So it might do me some good to just craft. So for those of you that don't know, I've had this book for a while. I've been working in it for probably a couple of years, off and on, obviously not all the time. And it's this Harbrace College Handbook. And I have it in a volume 7 of a volume 8. Volume 8 I haven't started yet. I have to say, I like the size of it. It's not that big. I can take it with me. I put a Tim Holtz, looks like a plumbing knob on it. And I love that, put a Tim Holtz plumbing knob on it. And I've been working in it for a long time. So I'm going to hang out and work on it with you guys. This will make me feel better. I'm still packing my kitchen. And oh my God, you guys, you love this book. I have to tell you, I'm addicted to it. And I'm addicted to this book and I love working in it. And then here's a couple of others that I found that, like when you're going through your stuff, you're like, what is this? This was my roll-off book. So whenever I was doing jelly printing, I was using this book as my roll-off book. And this was a 1-minute money manager, which I like. You guys know I like it because they are small. But, of course, I've got to take it with me because I may cut the pages out or maybe I'll collage in it. I don't know. But if you make yourself a roll-off book, I find for myself, it's it gives you it's already a place to put your collage stuff down, right? Guys, my phone's ringing. This is how I've got my phone going on. I got everything going on today, you guys. So this is, if you ever want to, this just showing you this as an idea for your own, whenever you're doing jelly printing or you're doing anything with paint, to start making yourself a roll-off book, because then this will be the next book that I work in, and it's not very big, and then I can cover it at the end, right? And then I started this book, I don't know, with Janet when she was doing her scavenger hunt thing. And I don't remember. Oh, look, I even put all the things inside of it, but I didn't finish it during her time. And I think she had some time frame that she was doing, right? So I think I may even go back and work in this. Oh, somebody made me this. Oh, it came from Meridel Abrams. There you go. Hey, Jamie. Girl, don't worry about it. I think I'm going to craft for a little bit. And then if I feel like getting myself into selling some stuff, I will. I put up a few things, and I think everybody might be sailed out, honestly. And I know I was so burned out yesterday after the thing. I had to do all the stuff, but I was so tired. You're just going to go with the flow. You love how I roll? Oh, girls, you have no idea. My life is so, I have to go with the flow. But I've been, you know what? It's kind of answers my prayers because I've been saying to myself, I'm going to sit down and craft. I put some sort of, looks like I put some sort of leaves and I must have covered them with something and they got stuck to each other. So I like the Scavenger Hunt book. I may go back to it and finish it or add more to it. Or, sometimes I think crafting like this, like crafting for no reason without any like agenda is like works best for me. It's only 3 here. It's only 3 here, so you're totally thrown off. Hey, Devin. That's the only way I can live, you guys. It's kind of how I live my life. It's taken a while, but you know what? After you have a bunch of kids, you guys can pipe in and talk about this. After you have a bunch of kids, see, this is why you don't use Mod Podge in the tropics, because your pages stick together. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't even know if I can even get it undone. I don't even know what was behind it. Looks like some sort of stickers. This is why you do not use Mod Podge living in the tropics. Remember when I tell you guys I don't really like Mod Podge? This is exactly why. So anyway, I don't know. I'm kind of like going through, I don't want to say midlife crisis, but I think a midlife awakening is probably better because, oh, look, guys, I was really all into it. Well, I should go back and finish this book, but I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to work at this book. I got to find something to cut up, guys. Sad. You want to know what's super sad? I think I threw away more fussy cut things that I could possibly ever deal with. I threw them away. You live in a dry climate and you don't own Mod Podge because you heard it sticks. I don't know if it'll work for you, but here where I am, it doesn't. It works well for a lot of people. I've got to find a magazine to cut up. Hang on. Hopefully I didn't throw away all my magazines. You guys, that was the other thing. I didn't throw them away. I gave them away. Let me see if I can grab a couple magazines. Well, I didn't throw them all away, so that's a good thing. I did not throw them all away. Well, put them in the recycling. I'm going to take them to, you guys, since the pandemic's reemerged, all of our like used bookstores and things like that, they're not around. They're done. So things I would take. Hi, Tina. Mod Podge doesn't work for you either. So then why do we, I don't know why we support them then. I mean, I have some because I've had it for so long, but I like her. I don't know why we support them then because it doesn't work for me. It always seems good at the time. And then here it just doesn't work. So I have to tell you, I have not, I did sit and craft the other day because I'm trying to finish all those journals to send to Defy. Do you guys ever second guess yourself when you're like making a journal? Do you ever like go through it and go like, do I like this? What is this? I mean, am I the only person that does that? It could be me. It could be me. I could be the only person that does it, but I do second guess myself. Like I'm looking at it going like, oh, I don't know about that. I mean, how many of you guys do that? I do it all the time. And I'm kind of to the point where I love beautiful books that people make, like the journals that other people make. But sometimes I get them and then I don't want to draw in them because they're like, I feel like they're a piece of a work of art just as they are. Are you guys like that too? Do you feel like they're a work of art just as they are? I have a number page in here. I know I do because I was into like some point or another. I was in a tangent of cutting numbers out. Don't ask me why. So I had the most crazy dreams last night. You second guess yourself too, Tina? Oh my gosh, I do it all the time. It's so ridiculous. See, I knew I had a numbers page. I second guess myself all the time. It's like we go with it and then we just like, yeah. So you guys, I may regroup all my sales stuff and do it next week, maybe next Friday, because then that'll give me the whole week to get myself together, and I'll do all the fabric and everything all at once, and just do a big blowout and be done with it. It's like how many of you guys are going to do something for? Are you dressing up for Halloween? Do you have kids that are going to dress up for Halloween? Or grandkids that are going to dress up for Halloween? My daughter wanted to do something. She did it. They did it at school. I was surprised because for whatever reason, I don't remember them doing it in school when my other daughter was in high school here, but they did. She dressed up. I had gotten her. She was very into the Five Nights at Freddy's. How many of you guys have your kids into that or your grandkids into the Five Nights at Freddy's? It's the one part she liked. She's into a video game called Five Nights at Freddy's, and I know it's a movie and another all that stuff. It's been okay for you in Colorado when it's really dry. Well, that's good. Hey, Sherry. You're going to give out candy? I haven't bought any candy. So let me just tell you what it's like. So one neighborhood I lived in, the last neighborhood I lived in before here, we had 0 trick-or-treaters. And I decorated the outside of our house and did all the stuff. We had 0. We had kids that lived in our neighborhood, but they just didn't trick-or-treat in our neighborhood because they could go to other neighborhoods and trick-or-treat there. And they gave more candy or better candy or I don't know. Maybe I have to find an empty page and do another number page. I don't know if I have any empty pages in here. I should have some. Anyway, so the first, and then when we lived in the last house we lived in for about 7 years, but prior to that, we lived in another house, and that was crazy. We would go through as many bags of candy as I would buy. We would go through it. Okay, so that was insane. So we would do that. This house, the last house, we had nobody. In this house, I have a feeling we would be back into the hundreds of people. And you guys, I don't know if I'm up for it. I love seeing all the kids in their costumes, but I am just so over it all. Guess I could do another numbers page over here. I was just so over it all that I just, Mod Podge works in Idaho and Montana. I covered an antique trunk with photocopies of my ancestors. Oh my gosh, I love that, Rose. And it survived the weather, but not the corner that my son spilled Kool-Aid on. Oh, well, that happens. You have tons of trick-or-treaters, Jamie? Oh, good for you. You still have to buy candy. We don't get a lot of kids, maybe 30. This is my thing, is that it becomes like crazy, and then the dog goes crazy. And so I'm kind of thinking, and I know this is not really me, but I'm kind of thinking I may not even do it. Okay, so I'm going to find some more numbers. So have you guys ever just made one of these glue books? Just like it's a glue book for like no reason, or for me, it's sort of a stream of consciousness. Does any of you guys do that? This is my favorite type of book to make. I love her. I don't know if I have a page for her. I'll make a page for her. Maybe I'll put her here. So I just don't know if I'm up for it. I wonder if I don't know if I can. Can you put it in there? Can you put it in the chat? Jamie, I don't know how to put it in the chat. You sent it to me via Messenger, but I don't know. Totally makes you wonder what's in Kool-Aid. I'm right there with you with that. Like that's like weird, right? You're more than welcome to share a picture of her. I just don't know how to do it. You have a stream of consciousness book too? I'm glad it's not just me. Well, my favorite person to watch is Carla Caged Fish, and I love her. And she's super soothing for me. And I know she's not how I think she made a video not that long ago, but she is the queen of glue books. And if you ever go and look at her stuff, it's amazing. You know who else I like? What is the girl Cecilia? One of you guys turn me on to her. Cecilia, I haven't seen her on, you guys, I have not been on. So she could be very well streaming every day, and I am not on. And I don't know. Her name is Cecilia. You know who I'm talking about, right? She does excellent glue books. Oh, if I could share it on my screen. I don't even know how to do a screen share on this one, girl. I'm like not that good with this. I need to get better with all that. I don't even know if I could, because I got it on Messenger. Carla is amazing, and I miss her. You guys, I really miss her. She was like, and I know I talked to her not that long ago because I'm actually friends with her. But I talked with her not that long ago, and she just said to me, she was really honest about it. She just said, I stopped making videos and stuff for YouTube because I wasn't doing. She said it was just becoming overwhelming for her, and she really wasn't working on what she wanted to work on. And so she's just taking some time for herself, and I don't know if she'll come back to YouTube, but I enjoy her work. I enjoy her methods. I enjoy her process. But do you guys know who I mean about Cecilia? You know who she is? Cece? You know what I'm going to do? Let me see if I can go. Jimmy, you just move the computer screen where you can see it. That's your screen sharing. But it's in my Messenger, so I don't know how to do that. I know how to do it on Zoom because I had to do all those Zoom meetings, which I have to tell you were like crazy. How many of you guys were totally over Zoom meetings? Let me see if I can. Right? Good for her. Let me see if I can find Cecilia. You guys, I love her. I don't know her personally. I've only watched her do you guys know her? Cecilia? Let me see. What's her channel? CECE. I'm subscribed to it. How many of you guys, if you don't, somebody go on there and tell me, like, does the people that you're subscribed to, if you don't get all of their emails, you don't get all their oh my gosh, I don't know how to find them anymore. Let's see, library history. How do you find, guys, YouTube has changed its thing so much that I don't even know how to. One of you guys has got to be subscribed to Cecilia's channel. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Let's see, how do I see it? Let's see. only just shows me who's recently streamed. How do you go back and look? Guys, this is how bad I have not been on YouTube in so long. Can I search my subscriptions? Let me see. This is going to make me crazy. Let's see. Collage. Let me see. Glue Books. Does she go by Cece? But she's amazing. Oh, this is making me crazy. Okay. Is it Cecilia Art? Oh, yes, this is it. Okay, I finally found her. Okay, I'm going to put her channel on my, and I don't know her personally. But I haven't seen her for a while, but I'm telling you, she is an amazing glue booker. Go check her out. I don't know her personally, but she's super awesome. Okay. You guys don't mind if I have a bite of my sandwich while we glue? And then I'm going to cut a bunch of stuff up and glue it. So I did throw away a bunch of oh my gosh, I had all these girls. All of these fashion models, like from all kinds of magazines. You've never made a glue book, Linda? Yeah, it is Cecilia Art. Anyway, go check her out. You guys will love her. Talk about glue book mania, man. She has got it down. She can glue like, I'm serious. She is like, she's a queen. Totally a queen. But isn't it funny, like what people harvest and what they don't? So I let go of all my girls. You guys, I just have too much stuff. I can't take it all with me. Oh, look, there's my girl again. The one I just cut out. MJ Rodriguez. Guys, I'm so out of it. I don't even know who these people are. Well, I like them too. How many of you guys are like that? You're like, I don't know who that is, but I like them. Moving definitely does make you practice non-attachment. But I just think of the hours that I spent cutting it out. But, in some ways it's like, it doesn't matter. In some ways, it is like, it does not matter. I'm going to cut out that word beautiful. You need to move. Where are you thinking of moving, Mary Kay? Where are you thinking of moving? This one's a good one too. Oh, this one. You need to move because of the non-attachment quote, the non-attachment thought. Reality check. I like that one too. Detachment. It's weird what we're attached to. I can just speak for myself. But it's really weird what I'm attached to. I'm attached to the most bizarre things that actually have like no rhyme or reason to them. But I'm attached to them. I like this one too. Acts of faith. I'm excited to move. I'm excited to like see where I'm gonna. I'm really like focusing on this job thing, like, because I did get a job there, and I've been working a little bit online, but I can already tell because of my pattern of being sucked in. How many of you guys have The pattern, oh, I like the scissors too. The pattern of being sucked in. Like we were talking about earlier, where you just sucked in and you just like give more of yourself than you need to. That's moi. So I can already feel it. Even though I've only been working, remotely and very part-time because I honestly have been trying to pack myself out. Can already feel myself, like my attention and everything is completely and utterly sucked in. And so with that, all right, I like this fence. So with that, I know that my pattern, and I can already tell like, oh no, this might not be good for me. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I've been thinking about it. I've really been trying to do some little soul searching so that I don't want to go back and do what I did before. I don't want to be sucked in to a job that I don't do me, that I totally miss me. And I love that house. I think the house picked me. I don't know if I've already told you guys the story of my house. You guys can tell me if I've repeated myself, because I've told so many people, or maybe not so many people, but a few. And I don't know if all of you guys have heard it, and it may be boring. Set boundaries, only work limited hours. But see, I'm kind of an all or nothing kind of person. Who's like that? I mean, how many of you guys are like that? Like where you're kind of like an all or nothing kind of person? Like you're all in or not at all. I mean, are any of you guys like that? That's me. So I'm a super all in kind of person. Um, so I don't know. You suffer for it? Yeah, I know, right? We all. I don't know. I'm just getting too old for it. Um, I feel like I've missed out on a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have missed out on because I am that sort of all in kind of person. Oh, I like it there. Um, so I used to own my own gallery in New York, and I was all in kind of person there. When you own your own business, it kind of feels like you have to be an all in kind of person, right? So I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to sit. What did you say? It's hard to sit still. Still, I feel like wasting company time if you're not busy. I get it. Understand, girl. I understand it. It just doesn't mean I get it. I really get it. Oh, you know what? I do have a piece. I was going to say I need a piece of wax paper, but I have one in the Scavenger Hunt book that I was like looking at a minute ago. Saw it. Don't tell me what I do with the. What did I do with the? Or maybe it was in this book. It's in this one. Yeah, I don't know. I may go back to making jewelry. I love making jewelry. I may go back to doing that and just selling it to stores, kind of thing. Or having a small online shop. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, the job that I took is kind of like an all in kind of job, and it's a big responsibility. But we'll see. We'll see how let's just see if I can manage it. You know what I mean? Let's just see if I could even manage the. I don't even have because I don't even have a napkin or anything. Usually I have. Let me see if I have a. I must have a. I had one of those microfiber cloths. I guess I don't. I love this book. If you guys have never made like a stream of consciousness book or a glue book for no reason or whatever you want to call it. I highly recommend it. Okay, I like these scissors. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. And I don't think I can cut a straight line to save my life. Are any of the rest of you like that? I certainly don't cut a straight line. I'll do great. I just don't know what I want to do. I really don't, you guys. I don't, like there's part of me that just like, it's going to sound so silly, but there's part of me that's just like ambivalent and going, oh, we'll just do any job. But then there's part of me that's like going, man, you don't want to like with my one daughter that's the only one home right now. You're like, she's going to go off but she's going to go off before I know it. All right, I'm going to tentatively put this one here. So how many of you guys do this? Like you find a place in a book that you like and you're just going to put a little bit of glue. You're not going to totally glue it down so that you won't lose it when you open it up. But that's just, yeah. So part of me doesn't want to like miss out on that. But then there's another part of me that feels like I only have so many years until I only have so many years to work hard or whatever bullshit I tell myself in my head. Right now, you're all in the Halloween candy bag. Oh, so funny. It's funny we didn't buy Halloween candy, and I haven't. For a while I was on a keto diet, and I really loved it. And I didn't waver from it until I took that job, and then I wasn't eating all the time, and then my partner wasn't even home, so I didn't have anybody. Anyway, I wasn't cooking for anyone, so I got super lazy, and I just would like get myself a sandwich. And there's no bread on keto, so unless you make your keto bread, which you can do, and I have done. So I've kind of fallen off the wagon. But so yesterday he brought home some peanut M&Ms. You guys, I haven't had peanut M&Ms in forever, and I had some. Probably not the best thing, but I have to tell you, I enjoyed it for the moment. I would like to get back to doing keto because I felt better when I did it. I felt a lot better. I had very little aches and pains, and just shows you how much my personal inflammation was caused by food. So, yeah, so but those peanut M&Ms were certainly awesome yesterday. Even though I shouldn't have had them, they were awesome. Enjoyed them, every minute of them. So what kind of Halloween candy? Hey, Team Peter. Why do you have to decide now? I don't have to decide now what I'm going to do when you're wise enough to know life will happen. Yes, you're right about that. You found glow-in-the-dark candy? I didn't even know that existed. Glow-in-the-dark candy. That's probably like the worst. You're right, Jean. No, but it's kind of like, I guess I'm just trying to get my mind around it, because once I get there, if I do go forward and continue with that job, I have to hit the ground running. And part of me is like, this whole moving thing has worn me out. I mean, it has really worn me out, just the whole process of it all. Twix, Milky Way, and Three Musketeers, good for you. They have glow-in-the-dark candy. What in the heck? Okay, tell me about the glow. Is it just glow-in-the-dark packaging? Or does the candy itself actually glow in the dark? That is a little bit frightening, I have to say. So I'll tell you guys a story of my house. So I've been for a while having this overwhelming feeling that I needed a house. And I don't know why. And it makes no sense, but I did. I had this like overwhelming feeling that I needed a house. And houses here in Hawaii are crazy expensive. I did for a while try to buy a house here, but it obviously didn't. It wasn't meant to be. And when we started taking care of my hottie's dad, I know, right? Glow in the dark candy can't be good for you. But oh well. Yes, so it's the package that glows in the dark or the actual candy. Anyway, so we thought we were going to end up taking care of my father-in-law, which we tried to. We really did try. We gave it a good college try. But he kept running away. That's a whole other saga to add to the stress of your life. And maybe I'll put it on this page. It's a too pink. Anyway, we thought we were going to move. The whole thing of dealing with my father-in-law, and then the whole reality that he doesn't really have anyone. I mean, he has my hottie's siblings, but nobody can really devote their time to him. I mean, and people have tried. It's not for the lack of trying, but it's a mess. It's all a mess anyway. So because we were looking to go and move near him, I had been looking at houses. And we almost bought one in Berkeley Springs. Actually, we made an offer on a house in Berkeley Springs, and then I can't remember what happened. It didn't fall through or anything. We made an offer. Somebody must have made a higher offer, and then I just didn't find another house that I wanted. So I'm going to put that there. So I had this overwhelming. So we started looking, and when he went to take care of his dad. He went to actually put his dad in memory care, which that was a whole saga in itself too. When he went to put his dad in memory care, I had reconnected with an old friend of mine because I used to go a lot. I used to live in New York City, and I used to go a lot, like to Myrtle Beach. I love Myrtle Beach. It's a little hot, but I love it. Anyway, so I said to him, "Why don't we look near Myrtle Beach? Because Myrtle Beach is, I don't know, it's a commutable drive within a day. It's 5 or 6 hours from where his dad was going to be in memory care, right?" So I was like, "Why don't we look there?" I'll put this in here until it dries because that glue's not dry. And we found a house. We made an offer on a house that fell through. Somebody offered more or paid cash or whatever they did. Anyway, I like these feathers. I don't know if it's actually like, I don't know. Anyway. So that fell through. And then one of my girlfriends, I talked to her, and she was like, and she lives in Myrtle Beach. She said, "Why are you looking at Myrtle Beach? You have a daughter that's 15. Myrtle Beach is really a retiree or vacation spot. You know, I would think that you'd be better off if you lived in a more family-oriented place. Not that Myrtle Beach isn't family-oriented, but it's retirement, more as like golf courses and, you know, that sort of thing." And she was the one that suggested that we look, I like this, that we look in Asheville. Now, I had never been to Asheville, so I was like, okay. But my sister used to live in North Carolina, so she was like, Asheville, and she used to go all the time. She was like, Asheville's great, and, you know, that sort of thing. So I kind of started looking, you know. We found one house, and, you know, like through a series of whatever, we found one house. We made an offer on it. Then it got into some crazy bidding war, and I said, "I'm not doing that," you know. And then we started talking about, because my hottie's family thought we were gonna move there. They gave us all this furniture, and a lot of furniture. It was like his grandmother's furniture, like antique dining room sets and antique bedroom sets. Guys, I didn't use Mod Podge, but it's still sticking together. You know what's cool about this page? I'll show you guys. What's cool about this page is this was a gesso transfer of a magazine image on top of a magazine image, and it actually worked. So if you guys are ever into that, super works good. So we had all this furniture. Well, maybe I was supposed to glue these pages together. Maybe that's what it was. We had all this furniture, and the houses we were looking at, because the houses in Asheville for the most part are kind of small, like 700 square feet. I think they must have initially been people's like weekend homes or something, because most of them are small cottages, not all. And they were built like in the 30s and the 40s. And I was like, and he was like, what are we going to do with all this furniture? We have like a lot of furniture for a little 600 square foot house. So he's like, what are we going to do with that? And I said, I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it. I said, oh, we can let it go, you know? And then this house came, and then something told me. I woke up one morning and said, look for this house, or it was late at night and said, look for a house. And I saw this house had been it's been on the market for like less than 20 minutes. And I contacted the realtor. And through just a series of circumstances, it worked out. But it was a journey. It was not easy. It was a journey. You love my house. Oh, thank you. I love it too. So we bought this old Victorian, and you guys, it's beautiful, but it is definitely like, I felt like the house waited for us. And I talked with the lady that was selling the house, the realtor, and she said it had fallen through twice. The first people had been on the market for, I'm assuming, probably 6 months, maybe a little longer than that. And the first people bought it, and when they got down to the closing, they backed out because it's a house that's built, it's like 115 years old. So it's a house that is, here's that same image that I cut out, but I like it better small. It's built it's a 115-year-old Victorian. And the guy that was buying it wanted to put in central air and heat, and he got an estimate, and I guess the estimate for central air and heat in that house was about $70,000, and so he backed out, you know? And then the next people that made the offer, which I guess it was like within a day of him backing out of it, the next day, the next person, love this reality check, made the offer on the house, and they did not, because the housing market's been so volatile, I guess they weren't thinking very clearly, and they didn't make the offer and with contingent upon selling their own home, and thought their home would sell quickly, and their home didn't sell as quickly, so they backed out at closing. So think about it. I mean, most closings take at least 6 weeks, you know, because you got to do the inspections and the whatever, right? So then we came along. So we made an offer on this house in June, and we did not end up closing until the end of August, just because of all the backups with all the, you know, the inspections and all that. You can only do it as fast as they move, right? And they weren't moving very quickly. So I feel like this house just waited for us. And it's perfect because all the furniture that we got, bye Mary Kay, enjoy your candy. It is a house with history. Because of all the because it all fell through, I feel like it kind of waited on us, and all that furniture that my Hottie's family gave us will actually fit in it. Hey Peggy, how are you, girl? So I feel like it waited on us. I feel really lucky, and I feel like it waited on us, and I'm excited about it. I am super excited. Now, the process of the moving part, that I am not so excited about. Okay? That I'm definitely not so excited about. But I am excited about the house. Does Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I am excited about the house. So it's like a 3-story Victorian. But only the 2 floors are counted as living space because they're the only 2 that have heat. So that's a whole other thing. We have to like figure out the heat situation. Like we have to get heating. We have to get the heating. We have to get the house plumbed to have heating upstairs. So it doesn't come without like some things, but in all honesty, it's awesome. So in the midst of all this, in the midst of like finding the house and whatever, it needed some things before it would pass inspection. And we couldn't find anybody to do the work because the housing market's so volatile right now and everybody's backed up. So the owners of the house let my hottie do the work, and because they weren't going to pay to have any work done because it was their parents' house. So it was an estate sale. So in the interim of all that, I end up going to Asheville. In the middle of my crazy job, go to Asheville. I don't know what I want to do with this, but I like the image of it. Like, look at it. It's super cool. I just don't feel like fussy cutting out all those feathers right now, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, I like this one. I'm going to find a home for her or him. Ooh, and I have some things back here. Ooh, let me see what I put in here. So I went to Asheville, and the house, you guys, when I walked into it, it felt like it was perfect. Like, so actually we made an offer on the house without even seeing it, but it's a perfect house for us. We're excited. Buy some sweaters. I don't have anything. Can I tell you? I don't have any winter clothes. You know, what's so funny is I gave my really nice winter coat to a friend. It's all good. It'll be fine. It'll have to be fine. Yeah, what I'm used to, but I'm excited. And you know what? It's even better is it's not that far. It's only like, I think it's like a 5.5 hour drive from where my hottie's dad is. So he can get up early and go visit him, take him to play golf, and take him back to his memory care facility. And, you know, he can make a monthly plan or a weekly plan if he wants to go and see his dad. So that's awesome. Goodwill shopping when I get there. Oh, girl, you know it. I do have a couple pairs of jeans, and I do have a couple sweaters. So I'm the thing I don't have. When I stopped working my corporate job, I got rid of all my shoes, and then so I just have you guys. I only have a pair of flip flops, and they call them slippers here. I only have a pair of flip flops, and I have a pair of very worn out tennis shoes. That's it. So I'm gonna definitely have to get some shoes, but I'm not doing it here. Oh, you have a box of Peggy. I love you, girl. I have to tell you, it's been emotional. The past few days, selling all my stuff has been so emotional. You guys, were you here when I was crying yesterday? Crying over my craft supplies? It's so ridiculous. You guys, it's so stupid. And it's not even expensive craft supplies. Okay, guys, it's not expensive ones. It is like, you guys saw the randomness of which I collect. The randomness of which I collect. It's hard to let go, but new stuff will come. I agree. Peggy, I agree. But you know what's so funny? It's like what I have a hard time letting go of is like stupid stuff. It's not even expensive stuff. And it's not even stuff I can't get again. I don't know what it is. You all get it. I know you're my crafty peeps, you get it. Oh my God, girls. You have no Oh, you know what I have? If I have this, I know what I can show you guys. I found a box of jewelry that I made. A box of jewelry that I had in a shop that I had in a store here that I completely forgot about because when the pandemic happened, it closed and it did not reopen. You guys, it's so sad for here. A lot of stuff is not reopened. A lot of the little mom and pop stuff. But I'll go get it in a few minutes and I'll show you. You guys know my love for chairs. Don't ask me why. Somebody sometimes, do you guys ever get these random comments from people on YouTube? Why are you cutting out that? What are you doing with that? And you're like, I don't know. It's just because. It's because it's my stream of consciousness. Yes, it is my stuff and I picked it out. Yes, it's exactly what it is, Jane. Exactly. Totally exactly. So, but I'll show you some of my metal smithing. I have that. Also, I found all these vintage cookbooks that I had saved, and it's a bunch of ridiculousness, but it's all good. And sea glass, you guys, sea glass, and sea glass. Beach combing is one of my favorite things to do in life. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I used to do it every single day for years. So I have all kinds of cool beach pottery and beach glass, and I used to make jewelry from it. But I don't know if there's any of that in the one I'm going to show you, but there might be. I don't know. So many independent shops closed. I know, it's so sad, right? You love sea glass. I have bags of it, Peggy, bags and bags and bags, and it's sorted by colors and sizes and things, and beach pottery. And you know what's cool about the beach pottery that you find, at least here in Hawaii? I can't tell you everywhere. Most of it comes from Japan, so it's been in the ocean and floated tumbled its way over here from Japan. Isn't that crazy? It is cool how it worked out, Linda. I feel like it was a blessing. I feel like if you can have a guardian angel of a house, I do. You guys, I'll show you this house. It is my dream house, not anyone else's. Okay. I have always had a thing for porches. And my ex-husband used to say that if you gave me a double wide trailer and put a porch on it, I would think it was a mansion. She's not wrong there. And it's just wonderful. This house has two. It has a second story porch and it has a first story porch. And it's just lovely. I'm super excited about it. It's got a great doorbell. It's got a different doorbell for the back door than it does for the front door. They kept all the original fixtures. They weren't all mounted, but all the original light fixtures, I found them in a closet. It's a real Southern Victorian house. It is. Oh my gosh. Already my partner's he's on the second floor porch, we're going to screen it in so you can use it all year round. Hi, Zavalza. How are you, girl? Guys, my little neighbor, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my next door neighbor, his son is practicing his skateboard. The back door is for servants. You know what's so cool is that when my hottie was there, because he was there, he ended up, it was a long process. He ended up coming home and then having to go back out to Asheville to finish it, because after the housing inspection happened, he had to do some more things to it. And it wasn't anything major. It was just the house has 42 windows. Does that tell you anything? He had to unstick the windows and they were stuck from the outside from when they had the house painted outside. So he had to crawl up. Anyway, had to get it's a whole thing. Anyway, he had to go back and just do a couple things. So they pointed out a couple of things in inspection that he had to go back and do because we couldn't hire anybody. Not that we were trying to be cheap, because we weren't. We just couldn't find anybody that could come do the work in a timely manner for it to close. So in the process, somebody came over and said their grandparents had lived in this house and her grandfather was a doctor. Windex stock will skyrocket for me. Oh, girl. Yes. I'm Carla, we're glad you're back, girl. Anyway, so when he was there working on the house at one point, somebody came and said their grandfather. Now, the person that came that said that their grandfather lived there, Blake said she was like 83. So the house is 115 years old, so she must have been really little. She said her grandfather lived there. He was a doctor. I love this chair. I don't know where I'm going to put this chair. I have a thing for chairs. If you're new to me, don't ask me why. Just for the sake of having a chair thing, I have a chair thing. Anyway, so her grandfather lived there, and then somebody else came by and said that she was a little girl growing up there, and that before that, she brought a picture of her grandmother or her great grandmother in front of the house, and said that the house had been a boarding house at one time in the early 1900s. And I thought, oh, that's so cool. So I'm excited. And the people that we bought the house from, they grew up there. So I'm excited to like really learn about the history of the house and all that. But I will tell you, having the fixtures, they had left all the light coverings, and they're gorgeous. Not incredibly ornate, but just beautiful hand painted light fixtures, and they were left in one of the closets. So that's so cool. You're hearing it start selling now. You know what, Malia? I had a couple things up. You know what? Can I tell you? I wasn't feeling it today. Is that bad? I still have tons of stuff to sell, but maybe I'll do it next week. Maybe I'll do it next Friday. Maybe I'll do a Friday sale. Do it next Friday and then be done with it. Because then it'll give me a chance to put all my fabric packs together and stuff like that. I'm excited for you to visit too. And you guys know what? It has like fireplaces in the kitchen. Well, in the dining room, the kitchen and the dining room kind of together. There's a fireplace in there. It has like a fireplace in the living room. It has it has a bunch of fireplaces. It is a lot for me. Malia, I went to bed. You guys, after yesterday, I was like, I started doing all the invoicing, and then I just said to Mahadi, I'm going to lay down for a minute. You guys, I laid down, and I woke up at like 11 o'clock last night. I think it's more emotional than it's more emotional than anything else. So it has all these fireplaces, and they're made to be they've made them gas fireplaces. I don't know if we'll even go back to making any of them wood, but I don't know. So I'm excited about it. But it has a huge living room, and I can have an amazing Christmas tree, you guys. I can have amazing. I don't know if I'm going to have it this year, but I'm so excited. It's so silly. My body tapped out. My body totally tapped out yesterday. Peggy, yesterday was so emotional for me, and I have no idea why. You guys, I wasn't selling anything that was like, it wasn't like I was sitting down selling like all my personal artwork or whatever. It was just, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. It was ridiculous. I was just, yeah. I think the one thing that makes me feel good is that no matter what, anything that I truly treasure, obviously with the exception of like all my crazy magazine cutouts or whatever, if it doesn't go to a good home, I can send it to Karen Jean and they'll figure it out. Oh, I didn't have to have it there. Jamie, I love you. I want you to know that. I love you. Girl, we have been through some thick and thin together. And I'm here for you, girl. You know that. You know what? And it's always easier when everybody's going through their own thing to have like somebody else with them just to, it's like, it's kind of like we're in a rowboat together and somebody's just holding on to you, so you decide to jump over for a little while. I'll hold on to you. Peggy, we're hoping by the 15th. We had tried to get out by this weekend, which I think was part of the stress and the release of my saying, oh, Jean, you're welcome. You're not going to say that when you get all these boxes of stuff. You're going to go like, what in the heck? I think I sent you all my flowers. I mean, I have a box of stuff, all my flowers and all the little things to make flower fairies. I sent them to you. We totally been together, girl. And if it wasn't for this crafting thing, I would never know all of you guys. And what's so wonderful is that I have felt, and my daughter can pipe in. My middle daughter is Violet. She's the one I showed you guys her beautiful blue wedding dress. She's non-conventionally herself, and I love it. Like when I got married to her dad, I wanted to wear a red wedding dress, but my mom was like, "Oh no." But Violet wore a blue one. It was awesome to match her husband's kilt. I don't know. It's like if it wasn't for this crafting community, I don't know where I'd be. And I don't know how many of you guys feel that way, but I feel it from the most sincere place. Well, if we were together, think about this. Think about quilting bees, okay? Crafting online is a little bit of a version of quilting bees. We can all get together and we can kibitz, right? We can just say our thing and we can leave feeling better. Yesterday though, I don't know what was wrong with me yesterday. And I apologize. And then Barb Owen came on, and you guys know how much I love her. You guys know how much I love her. Well, her husband is going through the late stages of dementia. So I don't know if she shared that with very many people. So if you guys feel like sending her some love, please do. So she's like, that's why she's like not working online right now, is because she's having to be 100% as caregiver. And I just wanted to say to her yesterday when she came on was that, first of all, she's taken out her time to come on and say hi and be around. And I appreciate that more than anything. But I just wanted her to know how much she really meant to me. And I was going through like one of the worst times of my life when I found her. And I just wanted her to know that I love her and that it means the world to me. Yeah, she's been doing it for a while, Peggy, and it hasn't been easy, and she's his sole caregiver. And her husband is the sweetest man. If you guys have ever gone over to her show, over to her channel and watched Drama Free Friday, How to Get Creative with Barb Owen, he would come on and chat. He's the sweetest man and so amazing. Like, did you guys see the beautiful hand-carved things that he made? He makes the most beautiful hand-carved Santa Clauses. That's why he's called Claus Man, because he used to hand-carve wooden Santa Clauses. Just beautiful. But so she came yesterday, so that was a little bit emotional for me. Because I love her so much. She's like, guys, when I found Barb Owen, I was going through, I would say, I could probably put like 4 or 5 things on my really difficult list. One is like losing your parents, the death of your parents. One of them is, all of that. I was going through one of those kind of really deep, emotional things when I came to her channel. And I used to go every Friday, and it took me years to chat. How many of you guys have been like that? It's like now I think about it, I'm like, how stupid was that? But it took me years to chat. Years to put something in the chat. I love you, Jamie, girl. I'm telling you. I know it was rough when you lost your sister. It's like hard. And I know that life's eternal, and I know that we don't really die, that we all find each other again, and whatever afterlife we feel, that whatever you believe, right? But it's still hard when you lose them in a body, man. It's like you're like, what? I was the first live chat you chatted, Emilia. Well, I was so petrified I was like, I don't know what I thought was going to happen. If I chatted, I don't know what I thought would happen if I chatted. But I chatted in her live stream. I love her. She is a good egg, you know? She's like one of those things that you go, wow, she's a remarkable person and she's an amazing artist. And if you guys get to know her and see and hear her stories, you'll be as in awe as I am. Yes, Malia was pregnant with Vera May when we met her, or when she was at some point. I don't know if you when we met you, but because Vera May's not 4 now, is she? You're afraid everybody think you were a troll. You were you pregnant when we first met you, Malia? I just remember you having Vera May and all of us waiting, and everybody was going. You got to take. You took a class with Barb, Peggy? No way. You know what? I know we all have like our crafty dreams. Mine is to. One of them is to drive to New Mexico and drive and craft with Jean. I love Jean Peter, guys, and she's a fabulously amazing artist. And one of them is to craft with Barb. You know, I love Barb. I mean, she'll be 4 in January. Okay, she was then. You know, Malia, I owe them doll clothes for their doll. And you know, somewhere I have some that I cut out. But you know, it would be even better is when you come and visit me or I come and visit you, that I make doll clothes with them. They can bring those dolls Tracy gave them, and we can cut the patterns together. It might cause a bit of a ruckus in your house because after we sew together, I'm sure Vera May will want to keep sewing her clothes. I love Peggy. I love all the things I've bought that Jean's made too. Jean is like I buy her stuff all the time. Well, as long as you're up for it, Malia, maybe bring your sewing machine when you come. Not Brian's sewing machine, but yours, because I can help you figure it out. Or if I come visit you, we'll use your sewing machine. I can help you figure it out, and then we can sew clothes together for their dolls. You guys have no idea how many doll clothes I've made in my life. Probably like way too many to even see. Look, you guys, my obsession with chairs. So silly. You know who I've been chatting with a little bit is Tracy from It's Nana's Place, but she's you're emotional about all this? Oh, Linda, we love you, girl. It's Tracy from It's Nana's Place, but I think her channel's called Ginger Beach Studios now. I've been chatting with her a little bit. I love her and miss her. She said she's going to try to get back to crafting online soon, which is awesome. See, okay, guys, see how weird does it get? These were some Halloween costumes from from the 1800s. And on that side, an eyeball in a chair. Okay, don't ask me what my obsession with chairs is, but we got it going on in this book. I need some eyeballs on the chairs. You guys, I have it's crazy. It's like, what is my obsession with? I have no idea what my obsession is with eyeballs. Well, I love eyes, everyone's eyes, but chairs, it's ridiculous. Hey, Renee, how are you, girl? I decided I'm crafting instead of selling. Is that terrible? You guys, I'm like, oh, yesterday really did. Yesterday, I was like, I put on a movie I was going to watch and fell asleep. I woke up 6 hours later. I appreciate some thumbs up. Thank you very much. So I think I will have my sale next Friday and Saturday, and I'll have all the rest of my dyes and my fabric, unless I can get it together this week. And unless I can get it together this week, which I don't know. I'm shipping our cars out on Monday, but we do have a truck that we're not taking with us that will still be able to haul all our stuff hither and yon. And you guys see my stream of consciousness, it's for no reason. I totally need a de-stress day. You guys, I dreamt last night of like art supplies. Like I dreamt of like, where are those brads? Where are those paper clips? This was my dream last night. I was like, what did I do with them? Like I was searching for all this stuff that I know I have, but I don't know where I put it, which is probably like my life story right now. If you guys haven't made one of these books, do it and put a little pocket in the back. Why? Because then you can put all the little cut out things that you don't have a place for, and then you can carry it around with you, like I usually do. Obviously, I must have cut this out for the church. How many of you guys have things for like stained glass windows in churches? It's me. I don't know why. In fact, my hottie found a book I have a stained glass. I have to talk about whether I'm going to part with it or keep it. And bicycles. I have a thing for bicycles. Chairs, bicycles. And I loved her. Like, I don't know where I'm going to put her, but I love her. She's like, like some crazy bodysuit reading a paper. She looks a little Audrey Hepburn like. You spent, when you first moved there, you spent 2 days doing what you needed and spent 3 days in bed. Girl, I get it. Barb is amazing. You guys, she is so amazing. I think she was a pattern designer, like I can't remember what kind of pattern. I want to say like a needlepoint or knitting pattern designer. She was like a pattern designer for a long time. Yeah, she is so talented. She is so, so talented. And she used to do, and I know she's going to go back to it, but she used to do monthly classes and you could join, and it's not expensive. I want to say it's like $30 a month or something. It's something really inexpensive. And she does it on her website, howtogetcreative.com, and it's super good. I've taken some of them. It's been awesome. Lily was one, so it was okay to cuddle. Girl. Jean says, just admit we're a crazy bunch and we like some funky stuff. I don't, Carla. I don't know what happened to her. I think sometimes people's online lives just disappear. I don't hear from her. I know she was hanging out with Lizzie for a while, but I don't know. I don't hear from her. But you guys know who I do hear from? I do hear from our Laura, the Jersey Crafter. I text with her, and she is doing fabulous. And I don't know if she'll ever come back to YouTube, but I hope she does. I told her we all miss her, but I understand. She's going through her own thing. And me, of all people, I understand that. I completely and utterly understand that. I think she's going to go there. But I miss her. I talk to her all the time. It isn't crap. It's quality stuff, right? The weird crap we save, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. Guys, I should have just sent all my boxes of fussy cutting to one of you guys. But I was so overwhelmed when I was going through all my stuff. I just let a lot of it go. Some of it was years of fussy cutting. Somewhere I haven't found my, somewhere I have a whole binder of it, but I don't know where it is. I haven't found it yet. I have not found it yet. Sometimes it's crap. Sometimes it's quality junk. Oh, I love it. Anyway, I got my own stuff going on. It's ridiculous, but I do. Amen, Peggy. I don't know if I am. You know what, Shauna? I'm not. I'm going to do it next week. I started out and nobody seemed remotely interested. And honestly, I was a little over it myself. So I think next Friday and Saturday, I'm going to do it. But I think Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafters, like I didn't realize today, this is how out of it. Today, Erin had a live sale. Carla's Crafty Corner was having a live sale. And Who else was having it? Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafter. So I didn't realize there was that many live sales going on today, but I will. I'll resume, and what I'll do is I'll try to do next week. I'll try to do a video or a show and tell like a couple of days before, so that like on Friday I'm going to be selling, and I'll go through like my wallpaper books, fabric packs. I have a bunch of dies. I do have some books, not a lot, because I've given most of them away. But the ones I have are the ones that I've kept for me, so I kind of like them. I don't know. I have all kinds of weird, random stuff, you guys. Like, I don't know, just weird, random stuff I have, and so I will. But I'm not going to do it today, Shauna. I kind of burned myself out yesterday and Friday. So I'm just going to hang out, and if you want to hang out and craft with me, great. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to go back and change the title and the thing. You only collect. How do you say it? Not junk. It's junk with a QUE. Preview the crap in advance. That's exactly what I'll do, Peggy. Jamie said she got in a disagreement with her son. He said I was a hoarder of craft supplies. I said, nope, I'm a pack rat, maybe. I'm not a hoarder. You need to look up the definition. I don't know if I can go to edit while I'm live streaming, though, Shauna. That's the problem. I don't think you can edit when you're live streaming. Let me see if I can edit. Oh, I can. Yes, Shauna, you are right. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Shauna. But I will. You guys, I have so much stuff. I probably have at least double of what I've already sold. And I'm also thinking about, sorry, I took a bite in my sandwich. I'm thinking about maybe just doing videos and saying box one, $20 plus shipping, box two, $20. I'm thinking of maybe doing that this week too. We'll see how far I get. Hi, Lucinda. Rosie says, when her family questions her craft collecting habits and unique to me finds, I tell them there's a method to my madness and it's all cool. You know what I tell my kids? I go, it could be worse. I could be spending your inheritance on Gucci shoes and fancy handbags. Thank you, Shauna. You're awesome. You guys, I have a new camera and I cannot get it to work. I've tried and tried and tried, so I gave up. I'm using my old one. I can't even zoom in. Thanks for the thumbs up, ladies. I appreciate it. So you guys, I collected some of these books because when I did those little crafting classes with, I told you, with the people from the cancer camp, the cancer survivors camp that would come a couple times a year. I did glue booking with them too. So I bought a few of these and I have like a few extras. So if I find them, I may put them in my sale. So then you guys could have one just like me. I love this. It has not fallen apart. It definitely has grown with love. You splurged, speaking of handbags, you might splurge on a $70 on a Sack Roots purse for yourself. Do it, girl, if that's what you want. You think everyone trusts me? You guys, okay, how many of you guys, okay, what is your favorite scrapbooking paper? Just tell me, like, what is your favorite? I have a couple of them. One of them is crepe paper. Have you ever like touched the crepe paper brand craft paper? I don't know what it is, but I love it. I love it. So I have like crazy amounts of cool craft scrapbook paper, and I don't even scrapbook, but I mean I use it for other things. I have some of that. I have all you guys. I have all kinds of stuff. I have so much stuff. It's not funny. That Jean is perfect. She says if anyone questions her stuff, her response is, "I'm sorry, you have a problem with my stuff." Girl, my family doesn't necessarily have a problem with my stuff. It's just I just collect random stuff, so they're just like whatever. You've never seen scrapbook and crepe paper? Well, it's the brand is called crepe paper. It's just a scrapbooking brand, but the brand's called crepe paper. And I don't know what it is about it, Jean. I don't know. I have some. I just don't know. I found like some pads of it a couple days ago, and I was like, ah. Um, it's the quality of the paper. It is. It's just really good. It's just really good paper. I obviously have a paper texture issue. It's good though. It's and there's a couple of them that I like though. It's a brand. It's a brand. They make all kinds of stuff. Jamie, I'll send you some, and with all the stuff that you bought, I'll send you some. It's the quality of the paper. I don't know what it is, and I've had all kinds of paper. You know, I didn't realize that I had such a paper um, love until I started making junk journals, and I think I'm a paper snob. Really, if you want to know the truth, I think I'm a paper snob. So, yeah, it was. I have this. Maybe that'll go on a page. And look, you guys, nobody can go anywhere without a glass of wine. My glass of wine. See, here's an eyeball. Must have cut it out. And Mona Lisa. And another eyeball. A blue eyeball. And a shoe. Who knows what I was thinking about with the shoe, you guys? And a lamp. Here's the worst thing than to being a paper snob. I don't know why, but it really like, I love that paper. Oh my gosh. Have you guys done this? This is Jane Peters' fault. So she made the suggestion that you sand over a. I don't think this was an embossing folder. Maybe it was a stamp. Maybe I sanded over a stamp. Isn't that cool? Or maybe it was a stencil. I don't know. But anyway, it's all her fault. So then I was on a tangent of doing that. And then Katie. Oh, here's a number. I can put it on my new number page. Just wanted to see what I had here in my little random stuff. I was looking for. I had another bike that I cut out. That's what I was actually looking for. I can't put that other bike on this page. But I thought I had another one that was pink. could be in my head that I had a pink bicycle, but I thought no, it's orange. Here's an orange. No, I don't know if it's going to fit on there. You know what's sad, you guys? My hottie wanted to buy me tickets to see Hall & Oates when they came. And I said, don't do it because we'll be gone by then. And we weren't. I got to go to see Hall & Oates. And I went. I did it. So I've got their songs in my head. I don't know what movie I watched yesterday, but they had that song Private Eyes in it. It's in my head. What are you guys talking about toilet paper? What did I miss about the toilet paper? What is toilet paper coming in handy for? I need to finish fussy cutting the handles out on that thing. What did you say about every paper except toilet paper? Maybe. Who is it that was it Kathy from Kathy Valente? What's her channel called? Anyway, she was it her that bought this toilet paper for the toilet paper wrappers? Am I wrong? It was somebody that bought these toilet paper for the wrappers they came in because they were so cool. Guys, I did not fussy cut this bicycle up very good. Not that it matters because it's my book, but still. The only paper you don't like are invoices and bills. Hey, but if they're vintage ephemera, you might. Well, look, this bike had training wheels on it, and I didn't even see it. How many of you guys are sending in junk journals to Defy? Junk journals to Defy. I should get my one that I'm working on. The one that I should get some of them out and work on those. Because I think she needs them sooner than later. Because the auction, when's the auction? Like it's in December. It's the first weekend of December, I think, right? The first Saturday in December. I'll save this bicycle. It's going the wrong direction for another page. Good night, Peggy. We love you, girl. I hope to see you. And I promise next Friday, I'll definitely do my sale next Friday. I will be on it. I will have all my packs together. I will be on it to win it next Friday, maybe next Friday and Saturday, but definitely next Friday. Kathy's World. That's what her channel is. I think that, but yeah, Kathy's World. You guys, I can't remember everybody's channel. It's like, so definitely. So, Jean, when is the Defy auction? When is the Defy auction in November? It's the second Saturday. So it's the second Saturday. So the following Saturday. So I'll do Friday and Saturday of next week, and Defy does the next Saturday after that. So save some of your pennies, you guys. And what's the theme for the Defy auction? I should know all this, but I don't. I can't think of what it is on the top of my head. Every month is the second Saturday. So what? See, here's another chair, you guys. Got my chair thing going on. So what's the theme for next week's auction? I mean, the week after, the monthly auction. Ooh, I'm gonna try that, Jamie. That's a great idea. I need something on this page. November finished art plus December journals plus. So those of you that feel inclined, please, 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 and I put it in here earlier, but I'll put it in again. Let's see. Go to the disabledartist.org website and sign up for their mailing list. You can also buy a raffle ticket. I know we're doing a 50-50. I don't know. I think it's for the month of November and December. So 50-50 raffle, but you have to live in the U.S. to do it and be over 18. The 50-50 is so if they collect $1,000 for the raffle, then half goes to Defy and half you get. Malia, they're always good enough because you know what? If they can always add tags and stuff to it. Like I have like 2 or 3 naked journals that I don't know what I was making with them. I don't even remember, and I'm going to just send it and I'm going to send some tags separate or I just trust that Jean and Kara will add whatever they need to add to it to make it perfect for them. I need something here. Well, one of mine I'm making like I made my daughter's. If you guys saw the video that I did when I showed the rings that I made my daughter. Oh, that's what I'll show you guys, my jewelry. That is what I'll show you. That is what I'll show you while I'm in my stream of consciousness because I know where it is because I found it. I'm making one like I made for my daughter's wedding guest book. I'm making one like that, and then I have a bunch of naked ones that I'm sending you. Bunch, I don't know, at least 2, maybe 3. I don't know. It depends upon how many I can dig out. Malia, you know what? They never go to waste because if we don't sell them, they send them directly to a artist, and some artists don't make journals, so they use them in their own art. And so I love that. Nothing goes to waste that you send to Defy. Nothing. 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 you. I appreciate it.
Some of these were cut much bigger because that was just how.
Just make sure they fit in a flat rate.
I did it so that they fit.
Okay, cool. Did you stuff like 20 of them inside of it and see how big it is? Okay, cool. Thank you.
I made them fit, and they actually just happened to fit. They cut them to the best they could.
No, Jean makes some great kits, and she's made some like amazing things out of, I mean, just crazy stuff. So like I felt like so good, and I didn't feel stupid sending her all of my, you know, bead heads and all the things that I had, because I know that she'll use them for something. It may not be exactly how I saw them, but she'll make some really cool kits out of them, and then somebody will either buy them or they'll give them to the artists or the happy packers, and it's awesome. Well, I'm going to show you guys some of my jewelry. Here we go. This isn't all the jewelry that I make, but this is like what I had in the store. Okay, so let's see. So here's a pair of earrings. I don't know if you can see them. Let's see. So this is a pair of earrings that I made. These are oxidized copper and sterling. So those are some earrings that I made. That's a pair. These all were in a store that I used to supply with. And that's why it's all together, because she sent it back to me when she closed during the pandemic. So she didn't know if I was going to sell stuff online, and I didn't. And then here's another pair. Now these are all soldered together. Those other ones were wire formed, but these are soldered. And these are sterling with gold filled wires. So that's another one. And it's oxidized sterling. That's why it looks black. I kind of like that look personally. These are all metal smithed. And this is a pair. These are not difficult to make. Those are copper, and I think the top is garnet and the bottom are glass beads on gold filled wires. And then these are sterling. So yeah, and they wear, these are kind of good because they kind of like, you know, wear like they move. They're not soldered down, so they have movement. And then these are sterling oxidized with sunstone. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, we do have uses for everything. I agree with you, Malia. I love sunstone, and I forget. Oh no, you know what? This is orange aventurine. It's not even sunstone. But I love that. They're a little sterling soldered. See, so when I tell you guys I was a jeweler, I was a real jeweler. Not that it's not real jewelry, but let's see. And these are just some sterling hammered hoops. So I've been thinking maybe I'll just go back to making jewelry. Oh, here's some sea glass ones. Remember Peggy said she likes sea glass? Okay, so these are just, the bottoms are bezeled pieces of blue sea glass found here in Maui, and then just some pearls on the top. I don't know if you can see you can see they're really blue, but they are. So, yeah. And then here's some, these might be oxidized copper on gold filled wires, soldered earrings. But remember I told you guys the whole story of the girl with the easy bake oven jewelry? So like, this is the kind of jewelry I make, right? And then I was sitting next to a girl at the art fair every weekend, and she made easy bake oven of jewelry. Now here's a sterling and diamond belt buckle. Oxidized sterling with little diamonds. I don't know if you can see it. Little diamonds in it. So she would sit at the art fair with her easy bake oven jewelry, and I would have this, and then she would sell all her easy bake oven jewelry, and I wouldn't sell all mine. So these are puka shell bangles, and so they're puka shells found on the beach here, which are cone shells, which they've just been washed and tumbled and then soldered through sterling bangles, and there's 3 of them together. These are super popular here. I've made a ton of them, all kinds of shells, whatever you can find. So I may go back to doing jewelry. I mean, that's just sort of been like what my so like when you spend a lot of time, Jean can vouch for this. When you make jewelry and you spend a lot of time on it, and it takes a lot of time to make it, and then somebody sitting next to you makes their jewelry and it takes like no time to make it, and they sell out and you don't. It's not that yours isn't nice or whatever, but it's just what it is, right? So let me see. So I have sterling necklace, gold hoop gold. Here's some more sea glass and pearls. And then this is crocheted. These are crocheted earrings. These are cool. I liked making these. I make them really long, and this is something fun. Crocheting with wire isn't so easy. So this is crocheted sterling with citrine, and I think the bottoms are just quartz. Or they might be like opaline quartz or something like that. They're not, it's not like a fancy stone, but they look really nice on. Hi, Roy. We're so happy. The Mamacitas are here in the house tonight. We are crafting, Roy. We are not selling. So here's another pair. Those are crocheted with black onyx. These are sort of jasper. Actually, it's the intaglio stone. I think the outside of the stone, and I did not cut those stones. The outside of the stone, I think, is onyx, and then inside is, I think it's ocean jasper. No, I don't remember. Let's see. Did I write it on the back? Picasso jasper. There we go. And then handmade chain. And then let's see, more crochet things. Oh, here's some cool rings. Okay, so this is what I would consider more my art than anything, but I made a lot of them. This was like my daughter's wedding ring. So this is a tourmaline, and it's in an old steel nail lined with gold. I don't know if you can see it very well on the thing. So those and more belt buckles. I guess I have a lot of belt buckles in here. I guess I was on a belt buckle frenzy. These are belt buckles, diamonds and sapphires, gold and silver. I think this one is, both of these are silver. I have some that are gold and silver. Let's see. Oh, here's a little ring that I made. It has a little pink diamond in it. Just a super simple ring. Just like a little simple gold ring. It's 18 karat, I think. And it's a little diamond. Let me see. Here's one of those nail rings with the diamond in it, with a yellow diamond. You love to crochet wire? Yeah. It does take a steady stitcher. Here's one of those rings I made. This one has a little yellow diamond in it, and it's one of those 100-year-old steel nails, and the inside's lined with gold. Gold on the head, and then a bezeled rose-cut yellow diamond. So that's the kind of jewelry that I made, and I know it's not for everybody. I mean, I can make plain stuff too. Oh, like here's like something. I used to sell a lot of these. I haven't made any in a really long while. This one's kind of a thick band, but this is just like a band with 3 little diamonds in it. I don't know if you can see it. My lighting is not the best for jewelry. I don't know if you can see it. 3 little diamonds in a big thick silver band. I don't know if I have any knotted jewelry in here. No, I have more like these handmade chains with a piece of jasper on the end. So it's like some kind of crazy, all different size lengths of chain and then a piece of jasper. So that's my jewelry. You're drinking and watching college games? Oh, good for you, Trish. I haven't made toe rings in a long time. I used to wear one all the time. I wore one for until I gave birth, and then I took it off when I was in the hospital because I had a C-section. They were like, you must take off all jewelry. So this is kind of cool. This is like a piece of sea glass that I found here. And it's like got a white and blue stripe in it. Isn't that cool? And it's on a piece of sterling silver. blackened, oxidized. The piece of glass was kind of cool. I don't know what it came from. It's like got a blue striation in it. I don't know. More like it. Here's a jasper ring in sterling. It's like the jasper's in a shape of a heart. There's some more sea glass, nail rings. Oh, here. These I loved making these. I don't know if I have any left of these. I love making these rings. I sold them all, a lot of them. So I had these rough cut rubies and I made them into, I have rings, I had necklaces, all kinds of stuff. But that's just like a ruby slab. I don't think I have very many of them left. So I have my favorite one. I had one that I made that maybe I sold it. It had lots and lots of, here's another one. This is a ruby with a garnet. The garnet is this stone right here, and that's the ruby slab. And oxidized sterling. Sterling silver that's been blackened. The black will come off if you wear it every day. It just does. But it's easy to re-oxidize it. No, it's not a permanent thing. I guess it depends on the pH in your body too. There's one that I made that I love, love, love. Oh, here it is. I didn't sell it. I should have sold it, but didn't sell it. Look, here we go. This is a ruby slab with sapphires. Colored sapphires all around it, like a star. Rainbow sapphires. Yep. Let's see. Oh, so remember I told you about all that sea pottery that I found? So this is a sea pottery bracelet that I made. All the sea pottery that we found on the beach. And they're all like pieces of Japanese sea pottery. I just made it in a sterling silver chain. That's it. Put little sterling silver links between it. And yeah, that one. Some pearls. This is kind of cool. This is a pearl, 3 strands of pearls, knotted pink pearls. They're all freshwater pearls. Coin pearls. I don't know. And all these, and then just with a really nice clasp with a piece of rose quartz and sterling. That's it. I mean, so that's, you kind of make what sells, and that's what it is, right? So there you go. And a little bracelet. So that's some of my jewelry. Not all of it, but some. So so I may go back to doing that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. You're a pearl junkie. Me too. You enjoyed watching beads, baubles, and jewels. I didn't see it on PBS. You have yard pottery, sea pottery, the same. It's cool though. I mean, you're hoping for sea glass, but the pottery works just as good. I have bags of it because from beach combing, when the kids and I first moved here, we'd beach comb every single day. Every day we would go to the beach and we would look for things. And so I have a lot of it. I've collected a lot of it. You love it all? Yeah. Well, I just got to see, for me, it's like a little bit of a tangent. I find something and then I make it all. It's all one of a kind. I have in the past cast, like make the initial one and then cast components and made multiples, but I haven't done that in eons. That's when you're like really doing a whole commercial line of jewelry, when you're selling a lot. This is going to be my new numbers page. I have to look at it. Pieces of jewelry made from unexpected things. Oh, you guys, this was not really out there. I have some really out there stuff that I've made, but most of the time, that's like when you go to a show and you see people come and, ooh, I like that. It's kind of freaky. and people come to your show, you might have a handful of stuff like that. I'd say for the most part, people are fairly traditional in what they wear. I'm not saying me. I honestly don't. This is going to sound terrible. I've been a jeweler for a long time. I don't even wear jewelry. Is that bad? What am I going to miss about Hawaii, most about Hawaii, and what am I looking forward to the most? I'm looking forward to just all the newness, you know. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being in my house. I'm looking forward to making a garden. We've been talking about maybe getting building a small greenhouse. I'm looking forward to friends. What am I going to miss most about Hawaii? Well, obviously the weather is amazing, and it's beautiful. I mean, when I drive up in the drive I used to do every single day, I used to say to my eyes, please don't forget this site because it's so gorgeous. The food is amazing here, but it's not like food you normally have. It's like very it's very Asian fusion. Like really, I'm gonna miss that. Like you can go to our local grocery store and get the most amazing sushi for like $7. That I'll miss. We've got some good food, and of course, my handful of good friends here. Of course, I'll miss them, but I have a feeling they'll come and visit me. I don't know. Probably just the beauty of being here. I'm looking forward to everything. I'm like looking. Well, I'm exhausted right now, but I'm really looking forward to finding my groove there, setting up my jewelry studio, setting up my art space. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to like kind of figuring out what's next. Bootsy says years ago we would beachcomb here in New York and we'd find so many interesting hypodermics, McDonald's things, old shoes, used everything. Now it's all clean and wonderful. Hope we can keep it. Well, ours usually is not dirty. It's just after a storm, you can find some good beach glass or that sort of thing. It's on the Create channel. I don't think I have seen the Create channel. Guys, I watch British television. I like British television mysteries, and it's usually like on Amazon or BritBox or Acorn. And I watch a few things on Netflix. But other than that, I don't really watch anything. Is that bad? I just am not, and I definitely don't watch anything like when it's prime time or whatever that is. What magazine is this? This is Cosmopolitan. I was going to say, this is kind of racy. That was a racy magazine. Can you send me a piece of beach glass? Yeah, I'll send you some. You know what? Jamie, wait until I get home. Wait till I get unpacked because I know that I already packed all of it and mailed it to myself already. Like I packed you guys, I also used to make like fused glass work. So I had these enormous fused glass kilns and I made tons of fused glass work. And so I sent the glass pieces that I made to myself and I sent so as soon as when I get home and get unpacked, I'll send you some. I just happened to find that because I was like, what is this? And I had packed it in a box when we moved from the other house. So these are all like I had a ton of these girls fussy cut out because I was making this. Jean made this book. She made a book. Wasn't it you, Jean, who made the book with all the girls and you doodled on their hair? So I cut out all of these girls and I cut all their hair off so that I could doodle their hair. And I had them all cut out ready to go in a book, and that's what I threw away the other day. So I was like, But I will happily send you some beach class. I have bags and bags of it. I just don't. I know I don't have it here now because when we first decided to, when we knew we were going, I mailed a bunch of stuff. Like I would have cut all of her. I wouldn't have had to cut her hair off because she didn't have much. But I would have cut her out, maybe cut her here, and then. And then maybe, guys, I found a pair of my pinking shears, and I was so excited because I did not know where they were. I did not know where my pinking shears were, but I found them. So, are you guys? Is everybody ready for tomorrow's trick or treating? And what time do they trick or treat around your house tomorrow? And for everybody that bought stuff for me yesterday, I am going to ship it. I will send you guys. I'll invoice all of you tomorrow, and I'll ship it out first thing Monday. Okay. You're good if it's yours. I think I lost a child. Oh, you're so funny. Now I have some really super old Ginger scissors, and they are amazing. But I don't know. You guys, I honestly think that I lost them. Like I had them in my sewing room at the last house, but I think I must have. I don't know. I had my kid. One of my kids was helping me pack up the stuff, so who knows? She could have thought they were stupid and let them go, not known. And I'd had them for a long time, probably at least 20 years. But I have these. These are Fiskars, and they work pretty good too. But I mean, I had two pair of these and those other ones, and I thought when I lost the other ones, I was like, I don't think I even have those. But little kids start around 4 o'clock. You cannot find a thing. Bootsy, I think we're twins. Little kids start around 4 o'clock. Your whole neighborhood is crazy decorated, and it looks more than what people decorate for Christmas. Oh, that's awesome, Jamie. That's like all the little kids are gonna love that. That creates like such a good memory for them. You guys, I feel lame. Yeah, my at my new house, I have a friend house sitting, and she said the whole neighborhood's decorated. I said, well, we'll have to get in on it next year. She's like she said, seriously, the whole neighborhood is all out, gone all out. I was like, that is awesome. That's so awesome. When I lived for a brief period of time in my early marriage years, when my oldest daughter was little, I used to decorate our house, and I had some old dilapidated furniture that didn't, because I used to, you guys, and one of my stupid mini incarnations of stuff to collect, I collected old Victorian furniture and then pulled all the guts, the hay and the horsehair or whatever stuff they used to stuff it with, and all the springs, and I redid them. Guys, I've done so many silly, crazy things in my life. So I had a whole porch full of like just the wooden bits with maybe some springs and like an old dresser and whatever, and that I was going to refinish. And what I did was I stuffed some clothes. I stuffed some clothes full of whatever, stuffed them, and put my ex-husband's work boots out there, in them. And then I carved a pumpkin, and I would put lights in the pumpkin and have put gloves on the clothes and everything, and have the pumpkin sitting in the lap like it was a headless, and did like fake blood. I used to do all kinds of stuff like that. People used to come. They would get all excited to come to our house. I haven't done it in years, you guys. But I think it's awesome. I think it is awesome. I need a chair going the other direction. See, that's always the way it is with me. Roy, what about you? Do you guys get a lot of trick-or-treaters? The blue eye. Jean, where are you this weekend? Aren't you traveling? Where did you guys go? Did you guys go to visit your daughter? Now at least I have a few more new items. I didn't totally. I love these Bulgari rings. Have you guys seen them? They're like little springs. They're really cool. Crazy expensive, but very cool. I had friends that bought them for each other as their wedding rings, and I think they're so cool. Who else is here that hasn't said hi? Come on, you lurkers, say hi. Say hi. I lurked for so long I didn't. Jamie says we have 65 Mustang. Ooh, your husband and your son are living into the street. We have a full size skeleton. Ooh, like he's driving at night. It looks creepy. Oh, I love it. I love it. Jean, thanks for turning me on to this. I did it for a whole bunch of them. Maybe this was a stencil. I don't know if it was a stencil or if it was a stamp that I sanded over. Well, you guys, is Stacy live doing her sale? I think Stacy was doing a sale. Erin was doing a sale. I don't know who else was doing a. I told you Carla was doing a sale. Carla's Crafty Corner. She usually has really good. Or she did. I've only been to one of her sales. She had really good lace. Not like I need anything because I don't. So I got to figure out how to bag it all up to let it all go. All right, my crafty peeps, I am going to call it a day. I have got to go and invoice everybody that's bought for the past 2 days, and I will definitely be on next Friday. I may do Thursday and Friday of next week. I will do a preview video. I will not do it fly by the seat of my pants like I've done this time. I will do a preview video where I show what I'm going to, or give you a good idea of what I'm going to sell, and then have the sale definitely on Friday, maybe Thursday and Friday. I just don't, it depends upon how well I get it together this week. And let's just face it, I am fumbling right now. It is a big fumble. Big fumble. It's just all I can do to barely get it together, but I'm trying. And I appreciate your love and your support and all of you for being here. I really do. And I'm sorry that I didn't get it together to sell very much. You're heading to the neighbors for candy. Oh, love you, Malia. Maybe I'll see you next week. But I'll see you before you know it in North Carolina. And I love you guys. Thanks for being my friends. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate the thumbs up. And I've missed you guys. And I can't wait to get to the other side of the world and be able to hang out with you guys in a more reasonable time. for all of us. And you guys head on over to Stacy's at Pink Poodle Crafters. I think I'm not 1,000% sure, but I saw that she may be having a sale today. So go on over and support her too. You'll be waiting on my doorstep. I look forward to that, Malia. I love you guys. I love you, Jamie. Thank you guys for all your love and support. Love you, Boots. Love you, Jamie. Love you, Malia. Love you, Jean. Love you all the rest of you that are here too. All you lurky lurkers. Thank you for the thumbs up. Love you, love you, love you. Miss you a lot. And I will see you during the week. I am going to take some time for myself. I am, girl. I'm going to go and I'm going to take a lax for a few minutes and then start on my daughter used to, when she was little, say, take a lax, Mom. Take a lax. So I'm going to take a lax. Love you guys. Happy Halloween. See you next week.